Okay, so I think this was supposed to be done yesterday. I forgot to put my little stamp in it. So we're gonna put that in there. Okay, perfect. Got a little, I don't know, beat up, so I'm just gonna touch up some of these spots. Okay, so this should be all set, and we're gonna put this over here upside down so it can dry. What do we have? So we have a couple plates here to trim. Let me see, I think, so that one was definitely ready, and then I know these two are still drying a little bit. So let's just, I can flip them upside down, I think they'll be okay. And then I'll have to work on some of this clay. This one's getting pretty hard, so I want to make sure that we get working on this. I kind of want to try something. I don't know. I feel like we need to mix it up a bit somehow. There's a lot of plate trimming that's happening in these videos, and I don't want it to only be the same thing. We had a couple things happen that were a little bit different. We shaped some of these plates. I have to kind of think of like how we can mix it up a bit, because like I kind of want to record everything that is going on, like the process for all the stuff that I'm doing, but there's a lot of like a lot of the time is just like trimming which is not that exciting. But I did want to make a number of plates, just to like, I mentioned in my last video, because I like to, I don't know, I just like to have like a bit of a, like a set of them that are kind of like, that have underglaze, like paintings on them. And it's kind of intimidating to do some of the underglaze painting. So it just kind of lifts a little bit of that weight off if you have like a bunch of them. It's not like, oh, I only made one, and if I mess this up, then that's it. So it just feels better when you have like a bunch, and then it's just like, oh, okay, like it's fine. I'll just do it on the next one. I mean, you can always say that, but it just like feels different when you actually have other ones made ready to go to that you could, I don't know, redo or something. Or I don't know. I don't know. I guess it depends on at what point is it like messed up, because if it was like before it was fired, you could just sponge it off. I don't know. I don't know why I'm so like, I don't know. I just want to make a bunch of plates. What's that noise? I do want to do some more hand building. Maybe we could do some of that. Maybe I'll rework some of that clay. I guess like we'll have to see. Before I started doing the streaming, I made this like this tiny little barn and the top comes off. I kind of wanted it to have a little like plate under it, and then you lift the barn off and you could like put stuff in there. But when I cut it out, I was like, this is way too small. Like it would have to be like even smaller than the base of this. I think, I don't know, I can't remember. And I was like, that is too small. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to do the top that comes off, but I was supposed to fix it and then I forgot that I was supposed to fix it, and I was gonna add more clay here to like the front and the back because it doesn't quite line up. And then I forgot, and I just like, it's bone dry now, so I can't fix it. Also, it's really tiny. So I would like to redo this little barn. So I think at some point when I have some time to do that, we'll get that going. I don't want to have like too many things that need to be watched because I'll forget like what state they're in. So I think we can just like finish up this plate, and then maybe we can kind of like maybe roll out some clay for a barn maybe. I also want to make a soap dish. I have a handmade bar of soap, and I don't know, it's just kind of like irresistible, so I had to buy it, but I don't have a soap dish for it to go on. So I think one of these videos will make one of those too. Oh yeah. Another thing I want to redo is, okay, so we had a little pinch pot, kind of like this, but a bit bigger. And it had a lid on it with this strawberry. Obviously the strawberry has fallen off and also it broke. I can still use this top, but I'd still like to like do the idea of having this little, I'll have to like scrap this strawberry and remake a new one, but I thought that would be like so cute having like that's the thing, like you lift the little lid off of it. So I can't use this strawberry because it's already bone dry, and we'll have to scrap this and like just start from scratch with another container and lid and remake the strawberry. So I will need, I leave my stuff over here to like remind me things I need to do. So I'd like to do more of that, more little containers, and then I haven't really done much like sculptural stuff, like that strawberry, or like making things like other than the pots. So that's just kind of like a work in progress. And then I think for the most part, I want to do like underglaze on it to, I don't know, maybe do like a little gingham pattern, something like that on the container. Yeah, I'm not really like, I have so many ideas for some of the like sculptural things, like the little tiny barn, and I don't know, different container type things. I have a little vintage chicken thing. I don't really know what this is. Like, whoops, it's not like in the shot. It has like a little nest and a little chicken, and it's so cute. I love it, but I want a ceramic version one that I can like paint, and it's not just white. I mean, you could put like anything in here. You could put like jewelry. It kind of looks like a butter dish, but it's so small. I don't know, like you could put like half a butter stick in it. Okay, if anybody knows like what this chicken thing is for, let me know. But I just love that. Like, I want to try to do more sculpting in clay. I just like, it's a little bit intimidating. Because like my strawberry, it's like you put all this work into it and then it falls off, and or it I don't know, cracks or gets destroyed in some way that you can't use it, and then it's just kind of like a bummer. But that stuff is so cool. So I'm trying to do more of that, and maybe we'll add some more different things into this video series for you guys, so it's not just literally just me sitting here trimming plates all the time. Which is kind of a lot of what's been happening. What else? I also want to, let me grab this. I do watercolor painting too, and I made this paint palette. I feel like it's not, like the wells aren't as deep as I'd like them to be. So this is something that I would like to redo. I just thought that was like so fun. I don't know if it's something I would want to make for my shop and try to sell, just because it's like, I don't really know what price point I would put it at, but it definitely does take a long time to make. So I kind of get the feeling that maybe it would be more expensive than what people would want to pay for just a ceramic paint palette, because like you can buy ceramic paint palettes like at art stores like at cheaper prices than something that's handmade. So I'm not really sure about that, but I like it. And I don't know, maybe it would just be something for me for when I do go back into painting. I haven't really painted in a while. I've mostly been focusing on my ceramics. Okay. So let's tip it over and go to the bottom here. Okay, so yesterday's video, I was like in the middle of like saying something about like why I'm like just like streaming my work process. I'm like not 100% sure like how to kind of like vary these up and make them different enough so that people are kind of like get interested in them. My initial thought was just like streaming my work process. For the most part, I would say when I'm working, I do use my lunch break to do like to work on my ceramics. And this definitely makes sure that like I sit down and do it for at least like 1 hour a day. Sometimes I do it after work too, but just sharing the process, like it makes sure that I get my hours in the day and that my stuff isn't. Sometimes I like forget the state of things. Like if something's pretty dry, it needs to be re-wet, and sometimes I just like forget if I don't actually sit down and do it. So it's just like good for me to sit and do it, but also I don't know, I'm just kind of like I kind of like making videos. I already have some other videos on my YouTube, but I get really overwhelmed when I have to do editing. I just like all of the clips, and a lot of them are more like teaching videos, which is something I really like doing, is sort of like teaching the things that I know. But then if it's like while I'm talking, I get to a point where I'm like, wait, I'm not 100% sure about this. And then I get like overwhelmed, because then it's like, oh, I have to go like research this, and then I'll have to come back to it, or like do a retake, and I just get really overwhelmed with trying to like perfect those videos for YouTube. So I sort of like, I made a couple and then I kind of stopped. And then I was trying out, what is it called? It's like when you go live on Instagram. I was trying that out, and I was like, okay, I kind of like this, because I can do the video thing, but I don't have to do any editing. It's just whatever happens in the video, that's what happens. If I mess up, it's fine. So I really started to like that aspect of it. And then I was just kind of like, I don't know, I just had this idea of like, okay, what if I did something live? I know YouTube, I'm already on YouTube, and I know they have some kind of live streaming thing, but I don't know. Anybody that I've like heard like talk about streaming, like they mention Twitch. Like it seems like the place to, you know, if you're gonna watch someone just sit and do stuff live, that's where you go. So here I am. And then I do know from watching other streamers that they delete your videos and then you have to go and people will put them on YouTube anyway as a stream archive. So that's what I've done. So I haven't like, it's kind of a half-baked plan. But I don't know if you guys have any comments to like, I don't know, maybe like what you'd like to see. I would like to try to vary it a little bit. I'm gonna fix this in here. Yeah, so I like to kind of like vary the videos. I kind of like the idea of like just sharing my process. I'm assuming most people that watch it are not people that do ceramics. So I'm not sure how much of the like teaching aspect I should include, because like some people, maybe they're just watching it like, oh, this is kind of cool to see the process of how this is made, but they're not actually like interested in like actually doing it. So I don't know, I'm not 100% sure about that. Let me see, we're gonna have to fix the edge of this. Okay, so I'm gonna carve out the rim now. I don't know, maybe I could just get it to work a little bit better if I varied more of the stuff that I'm making. I think maybe that. I still have to like do all of this trimming though. And when I get to the point of like doing my underglazes, I'll definitely share those. Some of it is like, I guess I'm not sure how that would go live, because the underglazes, for the most part, you need to like, so you put one layer down and then it has to dry for, I mean, it's not a long time, but you can't just like go at it and just be done. Like you have to like get the one color mixed up, and then you put it down, and then you have to wait for it to dry and then come back to it, and it's just like a lot of like moving around. sometimes like I have it out while I'm doing other things. So it's like, okay, I painted this later on, I'm gonna go to do this now, and then come back to it and just go back and forth between things. So I don't know. I have to think about how I want to do that. Or I don't know, or maybe like um I don't have like that many like followers. But I don't know, maybe it could be like maybe if I get more followers, it could be more of like an art discussion or something. Um Kind of like a podcast, but like I'm doing things. I'm like working in the background. I don't know. Maybe that would be interesting. Um, I don't know. It's just a thought. I don't actually know like a ton about Twitch. I only watch one streamer. They do gaming. So it's not really like art related. I have to check out what other people do. Um, Kind of like I don't know, and like the reasons like why people like to watch. Because I'm not exactly one of those people. Um, I don't know. I think I've seen like things on YouTube where people, I think it kind of feels like a co-working hour where it's like paint with me, and like you watch them paint. Um, but I don't know, maybe you're also painting while you're watching someone else paint. I'm not entirely sure um, if that is sort of what's going on. I have like kind of no idea. Um, so I have to kind of like, I need to see like what's out there and maybe like see what other people are live streaming, or maybe other things that people are doing on like maybe like ceramic YouTube videos. Because I really my other videos on YouTube are more like teaching based, like this is how you do this, but then I get like really overwhelmed with doing that. So I don't know, or maybe I could just like do some, I want to add like other videos to my YouTube other than just the live stream of this. I don't know, maybe I can just like, it wouldn't be quite as nice like and like polished, but maybe I can just like do some quick videos like this is how you make a pinch pot, or this is how you can make a plate. I don't know. I'm not really sure about that because, sorry. I don't know. I'm not like a pro and I don't have like everything. Um, like I've never done like slip casting. Or like I've never made like a slip cast mold. Or I don't know. Like I don't know how much there is that I do know that I could teach. I mean, I feel like I know a good amount, but I'm definitely not like an expert. I just know enough to like get me started and do stuff on my own and not have to be taking like workshop classes or have a membership at a studio or something like that. Also, they cost a lot of money. There's one on YouTube that I found, Pottery to the People. That's the YouTube channel. And she really helped me like get my home set up, like set up what like because it's really different when you're going from a studio setting into like and like scaling that down to like, okay, well that's how you do it at the studio, but how do you do it at home when you know when you don't have like large quantities of stuff, you don't have large quantities of glaze, or your reclaim is a lot smaller, or like I don't know, just like all of this stuff. But like I don't want to just be like making videos that literally everybody else is doing on YouTube either. Like I'm sure there are a million on there that are like, this is how you make a pinch pot. So I don't know. I'll have to like think about that more. Like what could I do? And like I don't know, is any of that stuff like something I could incorporate in the stream maybe? I don't know. I have to think about that some more and kind of like where this is going. I don't know. I really like sharing like what I'm doing, and like I'd love other people to know that like you don't have to have a studio membership. You don't have to have a kiln or a ton of space to do ceramics in your house or apartment. Like I would love for people to know that like it's easy to scale that down and it is something you could do. Like I don't know, just like really encouraging people. And I don't know, especially like I think pottery is something that, or ceramics, whatever. I think it's something that a lot of people can get into. And I feel like it's just something that a lot of people do get into. Like when people get retired, like a lot of retired people turn to art. And I don't know, I think like I don't know. I mean, there's like all kinds of different ways that you could look at it, but like making art and like I don't know. I just feel like there's something about ceramics that makes it a little bit less intimidating than maybe some of the other ones. And I don't know. I just think like it's a little bit easier to not have like, you can make good stuff in ceramics and not be like an expert. I think like that, or like, because if you're a painter, like to be a really good painter you have to spend a lot of time learning. But I think like even like ceramics, you do have to know things, but I do think you can make some really good stuff without having to know like really complicated processes, um, and ways of working. So I think that's like the really cool thing about it. Okay, let me see. And I don't know, I just think like more people should do art because, um, I don't know, I just think it's like really cool to like point to something and be like, hey, I made that. And I don't know, just be like proud of that. And like, I don't know, it's like kind of a fun process. Or like trimming is very like meditative, and I think you can get really lost in it. So I think like that is also like good in that way. I don't know, maybe, or maybe that's just me. It could just be me. um because I don't know, like everybody's experience is like different. But I think it's kind of like meditative and like, um kind of just something you can, I don't know, to me it's something I can get lost in. Okay, so I think we're almost done with this, so let's smooth it out. Also like sharing the process, um like like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure a lot of people that are watching these videos are not people that do ceramics. So I think it's kind of cool that, people that don't know much about it can look, like take a look into the process, and like you can actually see like how long it takes to make something, and just kind of like get an appreciation for that. Um, because I think a lot of the time, like most times people just have like videos on Instagram or something, or maybe it's YouTube, but it's, the process is sped up, so you really have no idea, unless you have done it. You have really no idea like how long it takes for something to be made. And like kind of like looking into this process of just me live streaming, you can really see, um well, I hope after like, after a period of time, like if say like you watched a bunch of the videos, like you should be able to like see like start to finish, um like this plate. Like there's a video, like I think maybe yesterday where we made this, or maybe it was the day before, where we roll out the plate, we like wedged the clay, maybe even like moisturized the clay even before that, wedged it, shaped it, trimmed it, and now we are like in the, finishing stage of it. Like you can actually see like how much time is, taken to do this kind of process. Obviously, like different artists work at a different pace, and this is just like, this is a hand built plate, which, um, I don't really know, if the process would be much quicker if this was made on the wheel. I think the trimming process wouldn't take as long. Um, like that kind of stuff can vary, or if people use molds, Like if I had a plate mold, that would be a lot quicker. But just like actually um, taking this from a slab, like just like we rolled it out into a slab and just shaped it and all of that, you can see like how long it takes. And then on top of this, we're going to bisque fire it, and then we're gonna like do something. We're gonna either do underglaze, and then if I do underglaze, then a glaze will go on top of it. Or some of the things I have is just it's just glaze. And then after that, it has to be fired again. And then if I'm gonna like, if it's something that I am planning on selling, that I have to take product photos. I don't know if that is something I would include in this process. Cause I don't know. That is also kind of boring. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't even thought that far ahead. But like you can see like all the time that it takes to do this. Not to mention like posting it on my website, and then I additionally post things onto my Etsy. Because some people like, I don't know, some people are weirded out by the website thing, and I think they prefer Etsy. So I have to like create like product listings for on like basically 2 websites. And that's like the bare minimum for like doing it for a business, not to mention like the other stuff that you do, like I don't know, maybe you have like product videos or other things from like marketing it, putting it on Instagram, that kind of stuff. I don't like this little dent here, like it bothers me. But for the most part, for like just making it, I think after I have a number of videos made, you should be able to see something from start to finish, and just kind of like, I don't know. I think it's really cool to look into other like industries I don't know much about and seeing like how things are made. I just think that's really interesting. And then I get like my own appreciation for that kind of stuff and the work that goes into it, because then I have a wider understanding of what kind of work has gone into it. So I don't know. To me, that's just kind of a cool thing. And maybe that's why you guys are here too. All right, so we have this plate. This is like, we got some fingerprints on there. It's okay. Those probably wouldn't even show up like if it was glazed. So we're gonna put this over here. Okay, we have like 15 minutes. What can we do in 15 minutes? Well, I'm gonna clean the banding wheel off. I don't want to just use the whole time to like clean though. That's boring. I was just like, okay. Okay. I don't know, maybe we could shut this piece of clay or something. I have to move this, I think. Yeah. Maybe we can like start on the think this needs to be wedged. I don't think I wedged it yet. So let me like get a little bit of water down. Okay. Just stand up for this part. I wonder if this is gonna be big enough. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Okay, right now I'm just wedging it. I know you can't really see what's going on because it's so tiny, but basically I am kind of like turning it over a bunch of times, and that is squeezing the air out if there are any air pockets in there. And sometimes you can see them like pop while you're doing this. I don't know, depending on the size of the clay, I just kind of like go off of like, I don't know how often I keep seeing the air pockets. And I don't know, I just kind of like go by feeling with like, not literal feeling, but just kind of like, I just kind of like think like, okay, I think it's done. Like, kind of a thing. Okay. Just kind of smush this into like a ball. It also, wedging also helps compress the clay a bit. When your clay is not compressed enough, it will start to separate, like in either the drying process or when it's in the kiln, and then it creates cracks, and that's just, you know, not something that you want. Okay, so I kind of want like a oval shape. So I guess like let's roll out a little bit this way. And you always want to be flipping it too when you're using the rolling pin. You kind of want it to go in like different directions. Okay, this size isn't too bad actually. I think. I don't know. It's gonna like shrink a bunch because this is porcelain. It's like, it's for mid-fire. It's for mid-fire range. So I don't know if that's really like true porcelain. I kind of feel like it's not. But that's what it says. The bag says it's porcelain. So I don't know. And then we're just gonna compress it a little bit. And just like flip it. I think I'm gonna like smush it down a bit. It always like smushes when you're compressing it, and then it'll be even thinner than what you started with. But I think I might like do that more intentionally because it is pretty thick at the moment. don't really have any specific ideas of what this is gonna look like. I'm sure there are a bunch of ways you can make a soap. Have I been saying butter dish? I don't know. Sometimes I just like zone out. Okay, we're making a soap dish. Yeah. I think they're usually I think they usually have these little feet. Like it's like a cup with little feet on it, and then there are like holes in the cup for it to like drip down. So that's like what comes off the top of my head. Basically, you just need something that raises the soap up so that it can drip down like somewhere. So maybe it's just like the dish and then something is like poking up from it. So I don't know, maybe I could do like something cool there. I don't know, I think we only have a few more minutes, so that's fine. We'll just I don't know, I think I'll like think of some things to make it cool. Yeah. I definitely want to make sure it's big enough because it is gonna shrink a bit. I don't really know how much it's gonna shrink exactly. So I don't really want it to like not fit. Because then that would be like really stupid. You like, I don't even know like what else you could use it for. Like if it had holes in it. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking like maybe something that's like relatively flat or whatever, and then like putting something raised up. Like you could do like a shape, like you could do like a barn shape in like coils, and then it would like raise it up. So I don't know, like it's always good to have a backup plan. Because I don't know, some of the things I make, I'm like, I don't know how big this was to begin with, but it's really small now. Okay, so we have like a good size, I think. Now maybe we'll like make it a little bit wider. I'm really excited to do like carve a chicken dish thing like that, but also like doing it live, it might be a fail. Because I haven't really done like carving like ever. I guess we'll see how that turns out. Okay, this is kind of like a good thickness, I think. Maybe I'll have to kind of like get my soap bar and check it out. But we don't really have time to like fully shape it right now, so I have to head out. Okay, let me put some of this stuff back. The chicken jiggles, so I just separate it when I put it on the table. Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap up this. And then these plates that I have over here. But then those ones are all done. So they can just sit out and dry. I'll just separate that one. Okay. Anything else sitting there? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm just gonna throw stuff on top of it. Alright, well, thank you for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow my channel for some more ceramic work. I'm gonna try and make this more interesting for you guys. And maybe after I get some follows or something, I'll get more of an idea of the kind of stuff you want to see. And how to make it more interesting. Yeah. And then I'm gonna be putting all of the streamed videos onto my YouTube at Callie & Co. And you can watch like all of them there, start to finish. If you're already watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, obviously to get like notifications when a new video comes up. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think, if you have any ideas for videos, and if you want to comment like what like you're interested in seeing, or like why you're watching the video, that would be helpful too. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. Whoops.